Hello everyone, my name is Mariah and welcome to the Little Earth-Steading channel. I am standing in my greenhouse, which is really exciting. It's still got some things to be done to it, like we need to still put some benches in here, but I put plastic on the bottom, around the bottom edge, and there's progress happening, so I'm excited to share with you guys all the progress that's happened in this greenhouse so far. So it's a 6 by 8 foot greenhouse from Harbor Freight, and I almost tripped over here walking backwards, but it was just the little kit that they got, the cheapest one that was made with panels. And so what we did was we did a 4x4 foundation, a 4x4 lumber foundation. So this is the 4x4 here. And then we did these concrete piers and made sure the whole thing was super level. I'm not the building expert, so I can't really talk about it in technical details on how this was built, but we basically took the concrete piers, we laid everything out before we put them together, and then once we marked where the concrete piers would go, we dug a little bit because we are on a slope, so we had to dig some places out. Like this pier over here is completely covered with mud, so that needed to be completely covered and lower than the other ones. And so yeah, this is the greenhouse, which I'm so excited to use. I think in a couple hours after I'm done working, I'm gonna move some things out here, probably just some things that can handle a little bit of cooler temperatures. I am going to go and get a little mini heater for now, just so I can put that in there if I do decide to put my tomatoes or cucumbers out there, or squash. So yeah, that's the greenhouse, which I'm so excited to use. Also, some progress that's been happening in the medicinal garden. I got a free chip drop, which is over there, a very big truckload full, and I've just been scooping what I can by hand and putting it around the beds that I have set up for the medicinal garden, and I'm super excited about this. It's gonna make it look so much nicer. Look at that. And then what I think I'll do is I'll put some wood chips around the greenhouse, and then probably get some barrels. My big idea is to get barrels and grow burdock in the barrel so that it's easier to harvest the root once that time comes. So there's wood chips in the ground now. Things are growing. There's one bed that's been uncovered, more uncovered. I just kind of laid compost here, but I didn't put a border around it, so it's more bordered with the wood chips, which is nice. So over here you can see the lovage is growing. I didn't think the other one, like this one, would make it, but it looks like it's coming up. Look at that, so beautiful. And then elderberry is coming up in full force, which is awesome to see. Then the Nootka Rose is also leafing out, which I'm excited for that one too. It's pretty tall. I'm still trying to figure out where I'm gonna put it, but it's super exciting. And then, oh, this yarrow. So I took out some of it and I planted it over here, some of them didn't really have too many roots, but the ones that did seem to adjust better over here. So I can see there's that one there, which is doing pretty well. This one also had some type of roots, but as you can see, like the leaves are trying to die off, so I don't know if it'll make it. This one didn't really have roots, but it seems like it's adjusting okay. And this one's also growing. I don't know if that's just leftover growth from when it was in a pot, but it seems like they're doing pretty good for right now. I don't see any complete dead leaves yet, so maybe things will be okay. And Yarrow will take to this part. The Comfrey is flowering. So I'm not too familiar with Comfrey and growing it, but I thought it would get bigger than this. I'm thinking maybe it's just because it's its first year, and it'll spread more and more as the time goes by. And there's Comfrey here that's also flowering. See, look at the flowers. That's really pretty. Or about to flower. I don't think it's fully flowered yet. And then the lemon balm is getting really big. I took to that spot really well. I have some other lemon balm that I might plant along this line here, just to fill that out a little bit more. So that's underneath the fruit tree. I didn't really finish what's happening over. And look at Mullen. Look at her. That's beautiful. All wood chipped around her. It looks really nice. I'm excited. Look at this echinacea over there. Oh my gosh, I did it again. I did that in a previous video where I was calling Elecampane echinacea. But look at Elecampane coming up and leafing out. I'm so excited. So I started some seeds for heliotrope, which around here is more of an annual. So I think I might just fill out some spaces with that here. And I think that will look pretty good. And heliotrope, it stays pretty short, so it might be okay there. Look at the echinacea. Wow. And then, so I've got some valerian here that I put. It was in a pot, so I just transplanted it in this area. And then I have another pot of valerian that I'm contemplating on putting beside it, but I'm not completely sure. I think I might put it in pots to give to people, but I'm not sure where I want to put it. The calendula over here, so I put some seeds out. It looks like some are coming up. About 4, but I definitely put more than that in this area, so it might just be a waiting game. But that calendula is looking pretty good. And then the marshmallow, so pretty. So I had no idea that marshmallow grew like this, but now I know. So pretty. And then, so I also weeded out my St. John's wort. There was a lot of weeds in here, so I just needed to go in here and weed. But now I need to put it somewhere. So I'm thinking over here in this corner, because there's nothing in that area. But then again, I also put a bunch of golden seal Or no. Was it golden seal? No, it was American ginseng. I put a bunch of American ginseng seeds in this area, so I don't know if they're coming up. I don't know what the seedlings look like for that. So I just have to wait and see what comes up in this area. Yeah, the wood chips make it look so much better. This is exciting. And it's about 65 degrees outside. And when the sun comes up... Oh! I need to weigh this down. That's funny. Oh, that's so funny. Is it really 100 degrees in here? It is not. So I got a thermometer for this. It's saying it's 100 degrees in here. This is funny. I need to weigh this down, obviously. But it's saying it's 100 degrees in here, which is interesting because it does not feel like 100 degrees. So, I don't know. This is really funny. Oh, slider. Oh, so this is Skullcap, Scutellaria lateriflora, and I am completely in love with Skullcap. And so most of this area is going to be Skullcap. And I think that's a good plan. It's just so pretty. So pretty and so useful. A funny thing that's been happening in this compost that I got from a local garden center near me is there's a bunch of there's a bunch of corn, dried corn in this compost. So corn is just coming up. I think this is corn. Corn is just coming up in full force everywhere. Look at that. And I'm kind of just letting it. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeah, see, look. There's corn. Unintentional corn coming up in my medicinal garden. And then I still have borage here. It seems like this one's taking better than this one, but I think both of them will be okay. So the plan for over here, I think I have a bunch of chamomile starts, Roman and German. I might fill up half of this with chamomile. I think that would be pretty, but I'm not sure. I still have a lot of stuff to plant, and I'll show you that to you in a second. So I still have a lot of medicinal plants to plant. A lot of it is still blue skullcap, which I'll be putting next to the other skullcap that we just saw. So this is skullcap here, and there's a couple of spots of skullcap in there, and then skullcap coming up in here with some weeds. And so I think I have more skullcap than that, but I need a place to put them. I have chocolate mint that's coming up. So there's chocolate mint that I need to put somewhere. There's Shelley Spearmint that I also need to put somewhere. And my thoughts on the mint is to make a really long raised bed and section it out within that raised bed and put different kinds of mints in that raised bed. And I think that would look really pretty. And then surround the raised bed with wood chips. And then have a couple of those long ones. Probably like 3. So there's still work to be done in the medicinal garden, if you can't tell. This dead wormwood had some feverfew in it, 2 plants of feverfew. So I just went ahead and used my hori hori knife and transplanted them into pots. I also have some lemon balm that was in here, so I also transplanted that. This is Angelica. I have 2 plants of it. I need to find a place to put them. This one's so much prettier. It's a really pretty, I think it's in the carrot family. Same with Queen Anne's lace. And Queen Anne's lace grows wild around here. So I am not planning to plant the Queen Anne's lace in my garden. I actually already have it on my property. So if I wanted it, then I could just forage for it and it'd be fine. There's more valerian. I've had this one in this pot for a couple of years now. And it always seems to amaze me how well it comes back every year. It looks just really pretty in this pot. So I just put it on the deck or on the porch. So that one might stay in this pot. There's some straggly sage that I need to put somewhere. That's coming back from last year. This is another spearmint. I think that's gum spearmint. I don't remember the variety, but a nice lady in the town I used to live, she gave me some cuttings and I just put them in a pot and they've come back ever since. This is chamomile in this pot, but I don't know which one because the tags got rotted out, so I might just keep them in that pot or put them somewhere else. Not sure what to do with them. Wormwood, of course. I might use this as a hedge plant and put this around the garden somewhere. There's also some chickweed in there, but who doesn't like a little bit of chickweed? I just remembered what this is literally just now, and it is horseradish, so I have to figure out a place to put that. I thought that was nothing, but it is horseradish. This is a eucalyptus that is going to stay in a pot. I do need to weed out this grass. Another wormwood. A couple of creeping roses, bush rose, probably for the people area. And then we've got goldenrod over here. So there's a bunch of starts of this in here. I'm going to have to transplant out and put them somewhere in my garden. Probably next to the chamomile. I think that would look really pretty with the yellow flowers all in a row. But like I said, there's a lot of beds that I still need to do in the medicinal garden. Look at that. And then another lovage. So I might just go put this. Let's go walk and put that next to the other lovage. Put it in the ground. Okay, so after putting that lovage down to the medicinal garden, I think I showed you everything that's happening in this part of the garden. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back hopefully shortly and soon. I hope you guys have a nice day, and bye.